My name is Benji Forrester, and I'm a staff member at Camp Ramah, Wisconsin.
My name is Zoe, and I am a staff member at Camp Ramah in the Berkshires.
My name is Batya Franklin, and I work at Camp Ramah.
My name is Aaron Marins, and I was a camper at, and I worked at Camp Ramah in the Berkshires.
I'm Lev Gray from Ramah, Wisconsin.
Well, the theme of the conference has been food and food ethics, which is something that a lot of people here think a lot about, and I haven't really. So I've really been pushed, and the first day we did intensive study on the ethics of meat and the sources of eating meat, producing meat, and it pushed me as one who's always eaten meat to really think critically about that, and I know that's what I'm really going to take home and think about the practice of and being aware of what I'm doing when I do that or don't do
It was just really kind of being here and being all the things that came with that, whether it was learning some new insights on things that impact my life on a day-to-day basis, whether that's kashrut or some other food-related issue, or just kind of being social and getting to know someone who I never met before, ever, but also someone who I easily could have grown up with my entire life, but because they were such kindred spirits, and I just never met them, and it was a true privilege to have access to those kinds of people.
Well, this grouping itself indicates to me that it's a sociological group. You're going to see throughout this brief mind mapping of this, there are going to be branches where we'll sort of see, well, if you read it this way, you would have this consequence. If you read it this way, you would have that consequence.
Well, one thing that I think I brought from my experience at Ramah, Wisconsin, is kind of like the energy that I definitely feel like comes from my camp experience when we bring it into tefillah or learning. And there's definitely a certain energy and excitement about it that I don't always feel everywhere, but I definitely feel at Camp Ramah, and I definitely hear I kind of channeled that a little bit.
One of the things about Hadar that's really special is being around people who are so similar to you. There are a lot of people here who care about Jewish life and about living a Jewish life in a secular world, and something I've learned in camp is how to be around Jewish people and make Jewish living fun, and that's something that has been applied here at Hadar really beautifully and has been a really awesome opportunity.
This combination of passion for Judaism and also, on the other hand, living in a modern way, especially surrounded by a lot of secular forces, I guess, in America. Hadar and Ramah both have now helped me to understand how I move through the world as a Jew and how I do things that might not look outwardly like Jewish practices to other people, but that to me fulfill my interest and love for Judaism, as well as just my interest as a person in general.
Tefillin is a physical thing that has passages of the Torah that you put on your body. And what we've seen is that that is linked to having a chiyuv, or an obligation to learn Torah, and that is linked to the obligation to say Shema.
One of the things I'll definitely take back is Hadar's really amazing ability to cater the learning to everyone.
Hadar does a really great job at delving into text and having a lot of the study be text-based, but still interesting. A lot of times we get scared when we see text in front of us, but with proper preparation and exciting topics, text learning can really be interesting and applicable to our lives, and that's something I really hope to bring back to camp this summer.
One of the things that I find really interesting about it is when you think about that pairing, it's almost like what you have is a focus on cultivating both the mind and the heart in the service of God, right? That is, the mind through the process of learning and the heart through the process of being present to people in vulnerable situations. Right?
Yeah, the text that we study here, the campers might necessarily sit there and learn the text, but to transmit the messages to them and the values to them is really important. They're here at summer camp to play sports and go swimming too, but how to effectively give them that Jewish education at the same time is really the goal of any Ramah staff member. And now I'm proud to know that I have a stronger background in the formal Jewish study aspects that I can help transmit that to the more informal setting.